Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to the darkest dungeon. Warren's medium, well, veteran, long mission. Hopefully get our man-at-arms leveled up. Everyone else is gonna get some levels. Honestly, getting another shield breaker up to level 5 is also pretty nice. And they have a lot of stress, but I have Hero's Ring and Ancestor's Tentacle Idol. I believe those are the highest virtue trinkets that I have. Hopefully they can get virtued, and then we'll have a buff for the rest of the mission. And it just costs us a couple of trinket slots, which is not that bad. Let's do the mission, but first, no one will get past the wall of puppies, and we will provision. Let's do it. All the food. It's the Warrens, not the Wield, so 1 stack of shovels is probably good. In fact, we can probably go down to 3, but money doesn't really matter anymore, so we can probably roll as is. Take some keys, take some holy water. Stop doing that, please. Take a couple of medicinal herbs, take some blood, and I think that's good enough. We probably don't need much more than this, and we gotta get rid of inventory as soon as we get out onto the mission. So the idea here is we open up with a lunge from the grave robber. They're pretty fast. They're not the fastest unit. The shield breaker is a little bit faster, but in theory, well, unless I have something that buffs my own speed. Do I have anything that is like a very nice speed buff? Plus accuracy and speed if in position 4. I mean, in theory, I could actually just do, hold on, go back. I hate having to do this, but in theory, I could put them here in the back, and that way they lunge into the 3rd slot. And then the man-at-arms who's slow can rampart forward, which leaves another position, or another way for the grave robber to lunge on the turn after that. I think this is what we want. Yeah, I like it, I like it. And that way, oh my god, your abilities suck. Do this, please. This way the Vestal just gets stuck in the back. Who cares? That's where they belong anyways. Okay, I like it. I like it. Glad I took a second to think about that. So 1, 2, 3, take a 1, and then we'll take 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, plus 1, and embark. Almost forgot the blood. I'm always forgetting something, aren't I? But we gotta make sure that we at least bring along some blood in case we get some afflictions.
Quickly
Oh my god, he's got 46 stress. He really doesn't like being out on this high level mission. Perfect. Hit a trap. Oh no! I'm courageous though. I got a ring and a tentacle item in my back pocket. Sweet. Well, I mean, that's like perfect. Minus bleed resist. I think we'll try it with the Vestal here to remove a quirk. Off guard quirk removed. Perfect. Now you're not super slow in turn 1. Courageous. Which one's courageous? Is that the one that reduces stress on the party? That'd be cool if it does. That'd be cool if it does. And also, now that we've done this, we could swap him off onto the man-at-arms, so if he gets stressed out, he will get virtued, or we could just replace these with other trinkets. Like maybe we'll find something that we can use. Can you take trinkets off in combat? No, okay. So we open up with a lunge. If you can count your wounds, then you can stand and fight. Yeah, it reduces stress on everyone else in the party. So in theory, it's not likely to get a kill. In theory, the Shieldbreaker can keep other people from getting an affliction. It's nice. It is nice. It is nice. 70% chance of a stun. We'll go for it. Failed, but that's expected. And I really want you to rampart forward, even though we're not likely to get the stun. I just want I want to always have the grave robber in a position to lunge. It's their best attack. We have the dagger, which is better accuracy and damage for melee attacks, but it's also just a very good attack anyways. Now they can't hit the back line, unfortunately, but they can hit the front. Hit him for 12, it's pretty good. Don't munch me. Don't munch me. Disease, debuff, good lord. Taking a little longer to kill these guys than I thought, but no one else is able to get the job done. You also cannot crush from this position, which is something that I should try to remember. But we just keep shuffling. Kind of a little hard though to shuffle the Grave Robber when I'm constantly swapping these guys around. We could put Shadow Fade on the Grave Robber to get him into the back faster, but that doesn't seem that important. Because these people should, oh my lord, these people should be able to get him to the back. Or to get the Grave Robber to the back. Portraits, might as well grab, and then we got another quirk removal. Go ahead. Vestal gets another one gone. That's very quick to remove two negatives. So yeah, if I get rid of Shadow Fade, buffs your damage by 95% for the next attack. And moves you back too. That's pretty good, but again, I think it's not actually completely necessary. You know what? Read a book. No. Shouldn't have done that. Large Corpse Eater. Swine Reaver. We'll kill the unit in the back, I think. Protection, but we gotta kill him so that we don't get bled. 10 damage. It's actually kind of low. And you missed. To be fair, the Man-at-Arms has no accuracy, damage, trinkets. He just has the map and the experience-related trinket. So he's got nothing. But that's okay, we need him to have the experience trinket anyways. Minus 40% damage, minus 10 accuracy, that sucks. Let's do a bolster.
The blood quickens.
Let's do a bolster and hope that we can avoid getting, what does the most damage? 5 to 11 or 7 to 14. Higher crit chance though. Hopefully we reduce stress due to being courageous here, because otherwise stress is gonna get up pretty high. Lucky stun. It's okay, we got lots of camping to do on the mission if we need it. What I should possibly do at some point is swap out the trinkets onto someone else, but we'll worry about that when we actually start getting more stressed out. Something, sharpened blade, sharpened blade. Can't take a gem? I would like a gem rolled. Dump the portraits, take a gem, it'll stack, and then at the end of the mission we'll take some heirlooms. This is a very nice backtracking enabled mission, so if we have to backtrack, we'll just backtrack. This is holy water. I'll use it. I think there's a lot of gems from this. Yeah, it's 1. Not a lot, but it's something. Oh, I haven't seen one of you recently either. The Madman. I'm tempted to try to go for him first, but I think we'll still try to
annihilate.
Nice. I think we'll still try to go for one of those units first. Nice. Who can attack that position now? Crap, you can't. You should still Rampart though. I think we'll have to rely on the Vestal to get the kill with a 29 dodge. Let's do it. Maybe we'll get very lucky and we'll get the music box, because isn't that the music box enemy? We've only gotten one music box, so I'd be, totally into the idea of getting another one. Actually, I think we lost the other music box too. I think what we need to do in order to get our trinkets back, that we lost from the Countess mission, is we need to That's fine. We need to go out on a mission to the Endless area, and we need to take one person with 2 trinkets and then get them killed. And then that should give us enough trinkets in the like game's trinket memory that we can actually get the bird event, which will give us our trinkets back. Because if you kill the Shrieker, you get your trinkets back. That's the event we should try to create in the game. And you create it by getting 8 lost trinkets. So we need to do all that nonsense. But if we can do that, we'll get our trinkets back, I think. Of course, it's going to be hard to fight the Shrieker. That's a hard fight.
A decisive
1 HP.
pummeling.
I gotta think. What would we do against the Shrieker? Probably the same thing we did previously. Mark party and then just like do raw damage to try to get the kill quickly. Abomination, Occultist, Arbalist. Who was the other one? Was it a bounty hunter?
Success.
I can't remember.
Clearly in
It may have been a bounty hunter, but I just don't remember.
of the light.
Like, I'm trying to think, and a bounty hunter has the problem where sometimes they're not going to be able to attack if the Shrieker has moved into the back. They can only hit the front position. But I think they also had like another ability that they could use from the front, like caltrops or something. I don't know. Look, I'll be honest, I don't remember. It was something. You got scurvy? That's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to stun you real quick. That's not unexpected. It was a bit of a lark anyways. Oh, you can actually crush. It's like the first time we've been in position to allow that to happen.
Obliterated.
Okay, ended up being massive overkill. It's okay though, you know, if we get stressed out, we have 2 trinkets that can give us virtues. It's not a guarantee, but it's pretty damn high. So let's not worry about the stress at all. If we need to swap trinkets later, we'll just swap trinkets later. It ain't that big of a deal. You can't bolster. Especially against this guy who can do so much damage. Told ya.
Reeling.
Well, speaking of stress, you're up to 51 right now. That's a nice ability to have. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that on the Countess fight, just to have the ability on missions to, or on that mission in particular, to just have the occasional buffs from virtues, heals, random stress heals. I think this also, yeah, improves your death blow resist. Oh no, that's the trinket doing that. Never mind. It improves resists, right? 25%? Oh my god. That's a huge change. 25%, that's fantastic. That's such a bad card. Did it twice, only 36% protection. The stress is starting to stack up, fair enough, but again, we can handle it.
Their cursed champion falls.
1,000 gold and 3 busts. Well, sorry. Should probably camp though. Yeah, I think we should. Let's camp. Free up some inventory.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Do a little bit of oh my god, I didn't equip the right skill. We're gonna possibly get ambushed again. Dude, one day I will remember to get the right skills. Self-remove disease. Does anyone else have a disease? No. Still probably worth snuffing out your own disease though. Minus bleed and move resist. Actually, that's not that bad. Who knew scurvy? What? Not actually that big of a problem. Accuracy and speed. You're not missing anyways. I don't know if anyone needs accuracy or speed. Party armor piercing doesn't really matter that much. Bleed, or yeah, blight chance doesn't really matter. Remove everyone's stress. We also don't have access to gallows humor because I forgot to get the right things. So you know what? Just reduce stress, reduce stress, reduce stress. And then we don't need more scouting. Reduce stress. Probably get ambush. No ambush, okay. And you know what? Gallows humor. Sanctuary. Encourage. And then we go these three. He's done it. He's done it. All right. Maybe next time I won't forget quite so much. You know what? Go ahead. 21 stress. That's not that bad. I think you're trying to murder these people. These people are going to be just fine. They have a fearless leader in Dragon Breaker. They have a named unit on the party. That's how you know that they're going to be just fine. A named unit. Oh, nice personal heal. Stun? Really? What's the chance of that landing? 110 base? All right. 75 in that case, so understandable. By the way, have some more stress relief. Bam, 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 bam. No, don't take this.
Push on to
Never
the
take.
task's
I wanna just like have an option in the game that's like, hey, do you want to ever see citrine? And I'll just say no, and it'll just stop dropping. I don't ever want to see it. No, thank you. Okay, who goes first? Corpse Eater goes first.
The ground.
Finally, we got a good crit out of the Grave Robber. Gonna have to give them a replacement name at some point. Swine Tar is a 95% stun resist. It's probably not gonna land. Let's go for a stun on the Corpse Eater. Did land. You should be dead next turn. This is the annoying attack. 13
Injury. Palpable fear.
on the crit. Not that bad. Not too shabby. Let's toss out a bolster. Tree Jam says, name him after me. Hey, if you want a name for a unit that's probably never going to be used ever again, we got room for names now.
The bigger the beast.
We've made room recently. There's room. Crunching backhand. That's not a retreat though. Rampart defend. Move you. That way we can do another lunge. Puncture, impale, expose. I actually think we are okay with the expose. It's a lucky crit. The debuff is nice, lower speed on the enemy and better crits on this enemy. But it opens up a position where we can lunge and then move with the Man-at-Arms to push the Grave Robber back. So it kind of helps to make the turns align a little bit. You know what, we should actually kill the corpse more than anything else. Arcatraz says, if you have a Vestal who's about to die, I'll take that one. You can have Grettenville, who had the worst quirks ever that we've removed. If you really want. So, I don't really want to go back anymore, though. We'll move forward now.
Singular strike.
We didn't move forward with... Right, okay. We didn't move forward with the unit who I was like, we'll move forward with him! The turns will align right! They did not. I don't know, might as well do it now. Low stun chance, but whatever.
Death waits.
Damn crits, man.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
Does it though? I don't know if it does. Hey, good heal.
A victory.
Alright. There's also a food table here. We still have medicinal herbs if we really want to spend it.
These nightmarish creatures can
There's my
be
gold
felt.
stack.
They
I
can
was wondering
be
about that.
beaten.
Alright, let's do it. Let's see what we get. More gems? Just more food. Well, I guess we can use it. Pack has a map inside. 95%. Just go for it. The Man-at-Arms was only 60% with the map? Wow, you suck. Absolutely suck. That's another freaking egg, man. I don't want any more eggs. I'm not a big egg fan IRL either. No eggs, please. 27 stress? Excuse me? We're gonna have to give him the trinkets. Although if I do that, the problem is that I might forget. If I forget to swap back to the XP trinket, then we might end the mission without him getting his XP bonus. And that's the entire reason why we're here on this mission to begin with.
Masterfully executed.
Is it? Yeah, kind of is. Because we could have just fought the boss if we really wanted to.
Eradicated.
Man, that lunge is so good when it works. Plus 10 dodge
This
for one battle
expedition
and one
at least
round.
promises success.
You have 58 freaking dodge. You kidding me? You have 40 dodge. Maybe we should bring a grave robber when we fight the oh, here's some stress relief. Maybe we should bring a grave robber when we fight the Countess. I always forget the name of the boss for some reason. Like, if we can lunge into position all the time,
Destroyed.
critting for 37 damage, using this grave robber's only letter opener. Also, if we get the other trinket to go along with it, it's 5%
Inspiration
bonus crit.
and improvement.
That's not too bad. Oh my lord, 82 stress. Yeah, we're gonna have to swap trinkets in a moment. I'll dump the torch to do it. Oh, actually, we'll just use the torch. How are you still alive? Well, I hate this, but oh my god. Someone get the kill! It's gonna have to, you know, stun that unit to death. Boar rush. Resisted the knockback, didn't crit, didn't do that much damage. I would like, I think, to pierce, because you have 40% protection. So let's get around that protection as much as possible here. And we get into position for another little lunge. Although with the 40% protection, it might just be better to keep doing pick to the face. As long as we keep doing 10 damage a turn, I don't think it really matters. 10 damage a unit doesn't really matter too much, does it?
Surgical precision.
Just don't crit. Not until I have a chance to swap trinkets.
Monstrous size has no
Alright.
intrinsic merit.
Ooh,
Unless
another sapphire and a key.
inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Okay, so we're going to swap, 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 swap. And then hopefully if you get stressed out, you aren't going to freaking die on me.
Decimated.
I love that we're finally getting the crits out of that. It's pretty good when it works. It's always time for a pick to the face. You know it. Now, Bill Murray, welcome. My monitor seems to have burned out, so bad it flipped the circuit breaker to my office. Must be like a short. My keyboard is still kind of freaking out. The Alt key doesn't always seem to work properly. It seems like it's working better now than it was, though.
The wounds of war can be healed.
But it is still annoying when I try to Alt-tab and it just hits tab and I'm like, ah, damn it. I don't know, lunge. Don't think we're gonna kill you. No, not quite. Go ahead, get crit so you get stressed. You dodged? I don't know whether to be excited or disappointed. 2 portraits or 3 deeds?
Remind
Take the
yourself
deeds.
that overconfidence is a slow and insidious
Man, we were like
killer.
really shuffled up there. Man, my inventory is such a mess. What do we have to do in this mission? Complete 100% of room battles. All right. Well, there's a lot of battles coming up. And one of these. That's a lot of these eggs.
Glittering gold, trinkets and
I like the eggs. You know, I like that it's kind of like optional if you want to fight the bloodsuckers. I wish all of the bloodsuckers were in the eggs, though. But I suppose I shouldn't complain. We're getting pretty lucky on this mission, not fighting any of them. And beautiful. Because screw those suckers. Do a lunge, please. Ugh.
Rend for the old gods.
We love rending. I don't want to overkill you that much. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. I was about to comment too. So you pretty much never get blood, huh? And then you had to go and do something like that. And totally not redeem yourself. Whatever, just a little bit of bleed. We are getting through these combats pretty quickly.
Foolish horrors.
And the stress has been coming down slightly, so I am like, okay, just don't forget, you gotta make sure when you end the mission, he's got the Resolve XP trinket. If he doesn't have the Resolve XP trinket, you're just wasting your time. Weird situation where, like, that's definitely the best move. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. But they moved in the wrong order, so we're okay. Well, I mean, we would be okay anyways. It's just, you know, garbage spiders. My heart will burst. If you can... My heart will burst from this poison, but if you can count your wounds, means you get to fight another day.
A time to perform beyond
Ask for it, just kill him. We'll heal later. We're getting a lot of, like, extra stacks of things that we already have, huh?
A dizzying fall.
Alright, more eggs. I'll just start tossing out some heals. This is our second to last combat that's guaranteed. Once we're done with this one, all we have to do is this battle here, but there are still, there's a lot of traps in this hallway. There are still things that we can do for loot and curios, which we might want to consider. You can heal. You can rampart. I'm kind of hoping that you do get vomited on, sorry, while the puppy's the man-at-arms. Want you to get to 100 stress. I mean, we might as well, right? Because then I can freely replace the trinkets and then not forget about them. What I really need is I need to, like, put a post-it note or like a notepad window in front of the game screen so that I can't see the top left corner. That way when it comes time to leave the mission, I'm like, but I can't leave the mission up, what's going on? Oh, right. You got something to do first. Just so I don't forget personally. And that rampart has been pretty garbage. Ooh, that sucks. Luckily it was our turn. We also have another camp too, don't we? Yeah. Gotta do something about that. Also been a little bit hard for the grave robber to lunge. Even though they don't have the accuracy bonus, well, they got the ring, but they don't have the love letter accuracy bonus on the ranged attack, but it's still the best attack for them. $5 says Abe forget, says Tree Jam. All right, I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. It's on. It's on, sucker. Oh, it's not good. I really wanted to heal, but that's okay. You know, I'm gonna camp.
But a victory nonetheless.
I guess we'll just reduce your stress, so we're not even gonna put the trinkets on you. Should also dump a torch at some point. Okay, we have the correct skills, which means Sanctuary. Reduce stress. Reduce stress. Reduce stress. I don't know. Reduce stress. Make a channel points prediction. Well, I mean, now he has 31 stress. He doesn't have the stuff equipped, and he has a stress resist buff. So it's not like I'm actually going to forget now. Surely I won't forget now. We can probably dump medicinal herbs. We can definitely dump the shovels. And holy water we don't need, but we might as well dump the torches.
Worldly corruption.
And then money. That's 250 gold. There's a chance that, well, actually, there's not really a chance to use the holy water at all unless we find a pile of bones. I don't know what you do. I think it's something good. I'm not gonna look. Are you kidding me? Hey, look at this though. We do have an assortment of heirlooms. He's done it. He's making his run stronger by holding on to these heirlooms. The heck are we gonna do here? Who are you gonna kill first?
Well struck.
You know, I appreciate that a lot. Just to wipe a unit. 3 to 5. Let's go. That was a very good opening on a fight against bloodsuckers. Crimson Curse, hey, here's another one. Well, it continues to be good. I don't know, heal? I guess it makes sense that bloodsuckers are in this room. I mean, look at all the corpses on the ceiling, hanging from chains. I would love this room if I was a bloodsucker. Ta-da! Continue adventuring. We're not done. We got to do a few rooms here because I wanna do some exploration. I don't want to look at books. Books suck. I also don't want to look at a madman, but we're here. That would have been a nice crit. Could have thrown dagger, but I think we're okay just doing this. Hard. Boom. 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 Dodge. Dodge. Ooh, I'm lucky you dodged the first one. Man, it's a nasty attack when it when it lands. I really can't even hit anything else, so I might as well hit you. A little bit more stress. It sucks because we just camped, but if these people end up getting a little bit of stress, it usually doesn't matter too much. And we've got some traps coming up, so we can reduce stress on, like, the man-at-arms. Who does still have these trinkets, now that I look at it? We can give him the map. Well, who has the map now? You have the map? Yeah, we'll swap it back out. Try to anyways. Get a lunge. 40% protection. It's gonna be hard to kill with the raw physical damage. Just make sure everyone's ready to go for the upcoming 14 damage crit from these jerks. Bleed resist, disease resist penalties. That's unfortunate. I hate these guys. They love pushing themselves to the back. It makes it hard as heck to chase them down when you don't have any way of clearing corpses. I can't even knock back a corpse, but I can move myself anyways. Actually, now that I think about it, puncture works. It's a pole, but I suppose at this point, it's too late. Dun 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 dun. How do I use this? And don't get rid of anything else, because we need everything else. I could get rid of one portrait for 3 deeds. Slightly better. I don't know, I don't even want to like swap inventory stuff because at this point I'm gonna have to drop something in order to do it. So instead, we'll just use the Grave Robber, and then we'll use the Grave Robber. And then we're actually done with the combat. All we have to do is finish the mission, but before we do that, I am going to go back to this chest, just see what was inside of it, because I don't think we opened it. Wasn't even locked. Just some, well, I mean, crests are nice because they will stack, and they have stacked. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. It was a pretty good mission. These, easier missions, a lot faster than the champion level missions. 37 minutes, this one and the last one.
Packs laden with loot
Are often blah on a blah. Okay. No light. Use the key.
Finding the stuff
Dump,
is only the
dump,
first
dump.
test.
And then before we forget, he remembered. Swap those out. And then take.
Impressive haul.
And then 2 portraits is probably better than 3 deeds, weirdly enough. Fortune smiles at last. We got a lot of loot. Got a lot of loot.
Wheels fade. Their confidence is shaken.
Yeah, pretty decent amount. And we got this cool cleansing crystal for if we do want some sweet resists. And we have a level 3 now. So if we take them out on a champion mission, they should bump up to level 5. Natural swing. Tetanus. Natural swing is very good. We should have removed the disease. I forgot about it. That's fine.
Curiosity, interest, and
Quirk removed,
obsession.
quirk removed.
Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Road to damnation. And if we do if we do the boss fight, the man-at-arms would level up to level 5, but do I really want to take a man-at-arms at level 3 to a boss fight mission? A break would be nice, but we could go again. You have no stress. You'd be fine. So I guess the question is, do we want to do the boss fight? Yes. Okay, who do we want to go out on this boss fight? I don't know, we'll figure it out. Sort by level, please. Who do we want? Hey, wait it. We would like we need to be able to kill the drowned crew pretty quick. That means leper. To me, that means leper. You're already max level. You're hot to trot. Which is still very good. And you're a cove scrounger. Flagellant. Will only flagellate. Who cares? Yeah, okay. I think we'll take EDU for this one. He's very good at dealing with the garbage. And also, you know, we need him anyways. Oh, and we can use his buffs. But we need him anyways for Purge, because we are going to be dealing with the horrible things. What are they called? Ghosts on a jar? I forget. Blue Screen EXE says heavy mark damage party. Well, the boss has multiple attacks per turn, doesn't he? I think it's 3. That makes a mark party not very effective against him. Even if it's only 2 actions per turn, I think I'd prefer to just run something else. So what I like is I like the idea of the leper being in front and killing the drowned crew every time it spawns. I like that. Jester can take Squiffy-Gast aggro. True, but not on the second Squiffy-Gast attack. We need something that pushes, and that's what the Purge is going to be for. What else? What else? I admit I do like the idea of bringing along a Plague Doctor. The DOT is pretty heavy on the boss. I mean, it's 21 damage at least every time you attack, and if you get a crit, it's even more. So I like the idea of bringing along a Plague Doctor, and to be fair, we don't bring along many Plague Doctors. Let's bring one. What's the worst that can happen? Now, who else do we bring out on the mission? Well, I mean, in theory, we could bring along a Man-at-Arms. It would be very weird, but it would work. They'll get stressed out, and if I give them the trinkets, they could hopefully become virtued. They will still be able to give us, you know, pretty good buffs on the party. Stop it. Extra damage, extra accuracy, extra dodge, all that stuff will matter. And then they can also... I mean, they could stay up at the front and then just guard, or, you know, command. The bolster would help too. I think they'd still be a welcome addition. Their stress is going to be out of control, but we can hopefully counter that with the trinkets. And this gets them up to level 5. Because I think boss missions count as long missions for EXP. So after this, we need a healer. It's going to be Occultist or Vestal. Also, we have Emboldening Vapors to use on the boss fight, which is phenomenal. I think a Battlefield Medicine could work along with an Occultist. That way we can... That way we can use them with their, like, sacrificial stab as well, and if someone needs a heal, the Plague Doctor can do the heal, but like it is tempting to just be like, okay, let's just bring out a Vestal, you know? Stop it. Natural eye, natural. So there's accuracy and accuracy. Cove Explorer. You have Curious. We gotta remove that one. Yeah, it's so useful to just have like a normal Vestal. They're just the better healer. We'll probably need healing on the fight. Yeah, I like it. I like it. They're a good healer. I guess the one thing I'm considering is, what do we do about stress? A stress relieving unit might be nice, but I think we're just going to let the leper stay at the front, hopefully. Chop up the drowned crew whenever it spawns in. Other enemies are probably going to be, or other units are probably going to be pulled to the front. Hopefully not, but it's like we can't prevent it completely. Okay, so do we want a Vestal? I think we want a Vestal. I'll take the one that's not curious, though. We'll remove curious if I can remember to actually do it. Okay, unequip all trinkets. So it's poison, and then man-at-arms, crush, retribution, command, plus all of his damage bonuses. I just want to watch the party drink with the dead without buffering Alcatraz. It's time to find out if my internet blips are ISP or Wi-Fi mesh. Hopefully it's not the stream, but it very well could be. My internet has been very poor earlier today. It seemed like it was running pretty well during the stream, but you never know. I think this is okay. I think this is an okay party. I do worry about being able to output enough damage on the boss. I don't really think the Man-at-Arms is ideal for this, but I want to have them level up. That's kind of why I want to have them. I guess we could roll Flagellant. But if we roll Flagellant, we have too many units that are screwed if they get pushed back. We need to have a party that can be a little bit more sustainable if people get knocked around. So I think we'll try it like this. And the Man-at-Arms still has attacks. Crush. Retribution. You know, he'll take some damage from the enemy because the boss does have multiple attacks per turn. So it's not like he's outputting no damage. And we've got the sweet defense from it. Okay, I think this will work. I think this will work. So Leper, you need a few things. You also need a few things. You need this, and you need this. You need this, and you need this. You need this, and you need this. We don't really need both, but I do like having plus 20 dodge on the Plague Doctor. And then we also need the Leper to have a couple of things. We're going to give him anything that buffs accuracy. I'd rather not lower his dodge, but it's not really that bad of a problem. And then we're also going to give him this temporarily. So it looks like we're not going to have the map. I'd really like to have the map. I really want you to have accuracy too. I guess we're just not going to run the map, which is fine. We have two people with, we have a couple of people with Cove scouting. I guess we only have one, but you know, that's 5% more than we would have had with this. And we can also camp, I guess, to buff our scouting, but we're probably not going to camp to buff our scouting, will we? Accuracy, speed, dodge, mark, plus crit versus size 2, stun resist, dodge, damage, bleed resist. It's a sun ring. Damage and accuracy if the torch is higher. I wouldn't mind having another one of those along. I wish I could just bring along trinkets just to have them, but these are fine. These are fine trinkets. Okay. Might as well. You need Crush, Rampart, Defend, Bolster. Stop it. Command, Retribution. I want to have all of those abilities leveled up. And you know what? You might as well have Incision. I guess we could roll Incision in the front on the Plague Doctor, but if we're going to be doing the Cove, I'd rather have Blight as my primary skills of choice here. Okay, leveled up quite nicely, honestly. Is camping skills sorted? Resists could be okay. Self-only protection and damage, don't need it. You're good. One companion, big heal. You never know. We'll unlock it just in case. Crusader level 2. We already have a Crusader. We only have one, but we only need one as long as he doesn't die. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're gonna try it. Not perfect, but as long as we get good value out of our camps, you know, we've got buffs that we can use when we get into the mission. We can swap out skills and grab, you know, emboldening vapors, improve the speed and damage of not only the leper, but the man-at-arms too. You know, they're gonna be crushing, they're gonna be using retribution, buffing the damage there seems appropriate. And then once we get the buffs out, hopefully we'll be able to handle the fight pretty nicely. Okay, I think we will give it a go. We'll give it a go. So for now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.